no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war, wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
What's up out there, friends and family? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming again on this Tuesday night for your late Motivational Monday. If you would, please, y'all know the saying, if they cannot grow with you, they cannot go with you. So if you would, please tag 4 or 5 people in this video. Please go ahead and tell grandmama and cousin them to hop on this video with you. And as always, replayers, please give me a minute as I share this out to all my social media feeds and to my top 5. Hey, Mom, thanks for joining us. I'm about to share this out. Number 1, share here first. And if you would, share it to your story. Go ahead and if you would, get in the box, type 4 or 5 names in there. I want to give you a good minute to get this out. The last Motivational Monday had over 600 views. Over 600 views, and I want to get this one out the same way. But in order for that to happen, I need for you all to help me out by sharing this information, because there are people everywhere that I believe that needs to get this information. So if you would, please share it out. It would be awesome. The most flattering, the most form of appreciation you can show for these Motivational Mondays is to share them. So if you would, please go ahead and send it out to 4 or 5 different people. I know I'm coming on a different night, but it is what it is. And we are getting ready to break this bread. All right, I'm starting to see the eyes add up, man. When y'all pop on here and say what's up to your boy, let me know who's out there. I'm just sharing it, y'all. Give me about 45 more seconds to share this out to all my top 5, because I want everybody out there to grow with me. I want no man left behind, almost like no child left behind. I want no man, no woman left behind when we slinging this kind of information that's definitely good to get you from where you are today to where you want to be. And tonight will be no different. We're going to break bread on episode 157 of Awaken Your I Am. Give me about 20 more seconds as I'm sharing this out myself. And I'm going to go ahead. We're going to commence with this bread breaking. Usually I take the first 3 minutes to give people time to pop on and give other people time to share it out to get people here. So I'm about to share this out. When I share this out, we're going to commence with the bread breaking. Give me one more. We are going to commence with the bread breaking. Devon, thanks for joining us, bro. I appreciate you out there. Look like we got a split audience tonight. It's all good, though. I appreciate you joining us tonight, man. That means a lot when people come on and say what's up. Well, we're going to commence with this bread breaking. Episode 157. Can you all believe that we are 157 messages in, chasing one thought for the last 3 years of Awaken Your I Am? We've chased one thought for almost 2 years, y'all. You know what kind of patience, what kind of resolve it takes to chase one thought for that long of a period of time? It takes some patience, and it takes some willingness and eagerness to have the great I am awaken your I am. Tonight, for a brief moment, I want to talk about goal setting. What is your goal? Not necessarily goal setting, but what is your goal? I often hear people who always talk about where they want to be in 5 years. Most of my coaching conversations is a dialogue of where I am now and why I'm not where I want to be. And most often there is no true roadmap to get us from point A to point C. There is no B in between. And the challenge that I see with a lot of individuals is that they somewhat know what they want, have a very difficult time articulating it, and have an even more difficult time creating a plan to get them there. And tonight I'm coming strictly for your humanity. Tonight I'm coming strictly for your humanity. I want to come and talk to the part of you that has to learn how to live and operate on this earth. Yeah, I'm going to break bread tonight. I know this Awaken Your I Am series has dealt so much with your deity, But tonight, I want to take a step back and we're going to work out your humanity. Hey, Pat, thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to work out with your humanity tonight because part of the reason for why we're not where we want to be, we're striving to get there. I love the progression. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progression. I love the fact that we're progressing. But there's another place out there where the years of the cankerworm can be restored to you. If you really want to accelerate your growth, then tonight is for you because it speaks directly after my I am has been awakened. How do I pull it? I've been dealing with this the last month. How do I pull it from within to without? Isn't that the challenge of every believer? Isn't that the challenge of every big dreamer? Isn't that the challenge of every parent for their kid? When they grow old, they will not depart from it. What's in you at some point has to come out. Somebody get in that chat box and shout your boy down. Somebody get in that chat box. It isn't the challenge is I see what I see, but now I don't know how to get it out. We talked about many habits for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, really. We talked about many habits, being able to create a vision and being able to create a behavior, anchor it in something that I do every day in order to create a new habit. The more new habits I create, the more experiences I create, the more feelings I create, I begin to create a new me. I'm breaking bread right now. And the newer, a better version of me is able to attract or able to attain what's on the inside of me. We're breaking bread right now. Let's pop off into this. What is your goal? There are some articles, and I don't know where you stand with these articles. There are some articles that talk about goal setting being negative. They talk about why setting goals just doesn't work. They talk about setting goals take the fun out of an activity. They talk about goals create anxiety and depression. They say goals are a distraction. There's some people and there are some companies. Hey, what's up out there, Facebook user? If you would, shout your name. I see Pat. There's one Facebook user. Who's the other Facebook user? Is it Keith? I think it might be Keith. But there are people that believe that setting goals are negative. They believe that some people believe that setting goals take the fun out of the process. What's up, homeboy? Thank you, Keith, for joining us tonight. If y'all would, go ahead and type 3 or 4 names in there and tell them to hop on this Motivational Monday with you. Go ahead and get a couple names in that chat box. We want to run this thing up tonight because I think we're on a collision with our humanity to produce our deity, but we cannot do it unless we start articulating what is the goal. What is the goal? The moment I start articulating where I want to be and what I want to do, the world has a way of responding to it. That word goal is the objects of a person's ambition or effort, an aimed or desired result, an object of a person's ambition. What is the object of your ambition? What is the object of your ambition cannot be rooted in money. The object of your ambition cannot be rooted in things. It has to be something like fire shut up in your bones. It has to be something that when it gets tough, when the going gets tough, I keep going. The object of your affection or the object of what you're becoming has to be so strong. See, here's what I know. Money is a result of a set of behaviors. Money is only a currency. We attract currency. We attract money. Money follows a set of legally. It follows a set of behaviors. I'm breaking bread right now. Like if my goal is to be a millionaire, when things get tough and I'm at 100,000, then sometimes I begin to settle at that 100,000 because that whole money purpose is not enough. It's not enough to make me want to push beyond my comfort zone and go into what I believe is my God-given destiny on this earth. And we can look all throughout this world and see that value follows development, or that value. I talked about it last week. Your values determine your value. That value follows your productivity. The more people that I can serve, or the more people, or the more people, or the more whatever your business is, the more of them that I can attract. I can grow my money, but I cannot grow my money without growing my brand, without growing my responsibility. And in order for me to grow and reproduce my responsibility, I gotta have something on the inside of me that's gonna say, keep growing when things get tough. Goal, the object of a person's ambition or effort. Question, and I want us to get in the chat box. This is a conversation tonight. What is the object of your ambition? Like, big picture, what do you want to accomplish with your life? What is your desired result? Come on, man, get in that chat box. What is your desire? What is the aim or your desired result? I believe that there's so many people. Hey, Vaniqua, I believe that there's so many people that just float through life with no purpose, no attention to detail, that there is no desire, there is no outcome for their entire life, and they live by whatever accident that happens in their life, and they believe that day to day is just a series of events that they have no control over. And I just said what a goal is. I just told you that a goal is the object or ambitions of someone's effort or a desired result. Can we articulate what desired result do I want from my life? Oh, that's strong right there. Keith said, I want a better life. What does a better life mean? Can I define it? Because the world would deliver exactly what we can attract. And the moment I can articulate what a better life is to me, because a better life could mean a lot of different things. How do I articulate what a better life is in order for me to be able to attract that? We have to be, and I'm going to get more into goal setting later, but we have to be specific about what we want the world to deliver. I love people that are successful because they are not shy in investing in the area where they believe that they have been sent to earth to operate. They're not shy. Hey, Ben, what's up, bro? Thanks for joining us. Devon said, I want to go get what belongs to me. Bro, clearly articulate and define what is it that you believe was given to you before the foundation of the earth. Is that a business that produces, shoes to kids that don't have shoes? Is that a homeless shelter? What is it that your life's value, your life mission is? Vaniqua said, to be at the very top of my nursing journey. I love the fact that you call it a journey and not a job or occupation. For this cause have I come into the earth. Forget the monetary side. Forget all the benefits. I know he said, I'm going to bless you with all my benefits. Forget all the benefits. For what reason have you come into this world? Somebody holler at me. Why are you here in this season and time? What is the purpose or the value for your life for this cause? Oh my God, I love when he said that. For this cause have I come into this world. Until I am emphatically poignant about my cause, I cannot effectively answer the call. Boy, that's a bread breaking moment right there. That's a bread breaking moment right there. I know motivational teacher. I know motivational teacher. I know that when I pop on here, somebody told me last week, man, you be pumping us up, but some you be getting in our behind sometimes too. We need to hear that because we think movement is progress. All movement is not progress. And so my aim and my goal tonight is to help us make deliberate moves that increase or further our walk down this journey. Like, I just don't want us making moves because we believe because movement is progress. I want us to be intentional about what's being delivered to us, because the more articulate I am about what it is I want in this earth, the more I'm telling you, the great I am awakens your I am, but he only awakens it to the degree that you can articulate it. I just broke bread right there. I just broke bread right there. Somebody better holler at your boy. That's a bread breaking moment. Let me get some of these comments and I got people chiming in on both social media, so I'm going to have to check my phone. To be able to motivate and inspire individuals to be the change for others, to be an advocate for the elderly, children, and broken people, my earthly assignment. I love that. I love that. Like now, see, this is the part, and this is way off my notes, but I got to go there because the great I am is awakening my I am to what I'm doing. See, if we don't get so caught up in the vehicle, like we have an idea, like we don't articulate why we've been put on earth. We usually wrap it in the form of what we know in our mind. For example, we'll take, okay, my experience says, I know I'm the motivational teacher to the masses. I know, like they say, you need to be poignant. I know they say you need to have exactly the crowd that you're speaking to. And I'm not disagreeing with them that maybe I need to be more poignant. I need to be more detailed in the group of people that I want to change. But I believe these motivational Mondays are good for any genre. They're good for people that are in athletics. They're good for children. They're good for people in prison. They're good for people that sit in C-suites of Fortune 100 companies. I believe that they're good for all of them. My concern is I'm not so concerned about the vehicle. I'm more concerned about the message. That's a bread-breaking moment. See, we describe ourselves as a role, a title, a job that exists in our mind because we can only tie it to what we've been through. But if I can't articulate who I am, I can never get a new vehicle to live it out because I can only describe it in terms of what I've seen in the past. If I'm only describing it in terms that I've seen in the past, there's no avenue for eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. If I'm only describing the vehicle, oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. Like we have to be able to communicate our value. I love that. See, oh my, this is good stuff right here tonight, man. This is good stuff right here tonight. I'm already feeling that this is good stuff. I got the chat box going on. I want to complete this thought, but I'm going to get in this chat box a little bit. To change nursing for the better in all areas. And I like it because it's so open-ended that you can use 10, 20, 30, 40 different avenues to do it. Like when if I'm describing myself, like if you look at my LinkedIn profile, I don't have a set of skills underneath my LinkedIn profile. I only have a growth mindset. I will not be limited by what I've done in the past. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. You cannot confine me to what I've done in the past because I have the ability to learn whatever I need to in order to accomplish the vision and the goal. I know I'm radical with it. I am a motivational teacher. I'm a people manager. I lead a team at a Fortune 100 company. I don't put those things under my LinkedIn. I got two words: growth mindset. Because whatever the vehicle can change. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. The vehicle, listen to me. Oh my God, I'm gonna break bread. Let me use one of y'all examples. I was going to use mine, but I think it's better to change nursing for the better in all areas. See, I love it that it's so open-ended that I could be a professor of nursing. I can be a director of nursing. I can be a news anchor that only comments or that only writes stories or produce stories about nursing. I can be a person that is a director of several facilities that all I do is train nurses. Like the avenues are vast. But if I only see myself sitting in one desk, controlling one hospital, then you don't give God the avenues in order to work because we've always seen our goal as a position and not a set of skills. Oh my boy. Somebody holler at your boy. Somebody holler at your boy. What's up, David, son? Thanks for joining us, bro. Somebody holler at your boy. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. And when it doesn't come the way we think it do, we oftentimes get frustrated. We oftentimes start gaining paralysis of analysis. We oftentimes, well, it must not be meant for me. That vehicle may have not been for you, but if you can clearly articulate what it is that you do, better than everybody else or that you want to do on this earth, if you can articulate it, the vehicle can change. But if I'm only looking for a Chevy Tahoe and the great I am wants me to have a Chevrolet Suburban, I will miss the Suburban, which is bigger, better, and greater. I will miss what's greater for the lesser because that's the only place my vision can attract. Have you ever seen when before you bought a car, you didn't see a lot of those cars on the road? And then after you bought the cars show up everywhere. You see 2 or 3 parked by each other now. Why, motivational teacher? Because now your subconscious has become more aware of the cars because now they are in your conscious mind. Motivational teacher, you attract. Oh my man, I'm breaking bread right now. I'm breaking bread right now. I am completely and utterly breaking bread right now. He that has an ear, let them hear what I'm saying. Because I just wish for 1 hour we could wipe our memory. I wish for 1 hour we had no memory of our past. I wish for 1 hour we had no memory of what we did and what we did yesterday, what we did 5 years ago. And I wish that we could just project from our imagination. I wish all we could do. I know we grew up in poverty. I knew we grew up through. I know all the things that went on in my life, but I just wish for 1 hour that you could be honest enough to just project from your imagination and leave your past exactly where it is. I'm talking about what's your goal. See, most of us even create goals from our past experiences. Like, I want us to start creating these new thoughts that lead to different experiences, that create new feelings, that allow us to bring our future present, our future reality into our present moment right now. Have you ever had one of those moments where you were sitting in a situation, you'd be like, man, I had this the other day. I'd done a speaking engagement, and after the speaking engagement, I was just conversing with some people, and it was almost in my mind, like I have seen this moment before, and it was like a flashback. I don't know what they call that. It was like I have already lived this moment one time in my life, or I've seen this moment at some point in my life, and didn't really know or wasn't conscious of it. But I'm like, I've seen this moment, and the reason why, I'm learning, I'm growing, and the reason why I've seen that moment I've seen that moment not real time, but I've seen it on the inside of me because I'm starting to begin to live out my imagination. And when you're living out your imagination, you create future experiences. Whereas if I live out of my past, I only create past experiences. That's bread breaking right now. Goal setting should be from your imagination, creating future experiences, future positive experiences. But if I'm creating even my goals from my past, then I'm only creating previous experience, and I can never outperform what I've done in the past. That was, I'm gonna amen myself right there. I'm gonna high five myself right there because that was deja vu. That's what I was trying to think of. It's a deja vu. The reason why it's deja vu, thank you, Vanika, is because I have already lived this future state. It's past in my mind. And my body is my subconscious mind. It doesn't know whether I'm living in my mind or in my present reality. And when it sneaks into my present reality, my mind and my subconscious says, man, I've been here before. I've been speaking to people and talking to people after these speaking engagements, and it looked like in this exact setting. Why, motivational teacher? Because I've already created this future state in my present. Man, that's a bread breaking moment. Got Devon chiming into this conversation. Having a mindset, going out and doing what you're supposed to do. Once you learn from your past, move on. And I'm talking about more about manifesting our future. I know a lot of people live out your past, but we live in the present, but we gotta manifest and project. People can change. I think it's key. People can change daily, but that thing you're passionate about is deeply rooted in you. Every job I have had people, empowerment of people on my earthly assignment. I prayed for the wisdom of my ancestors and being a part of that kingdom building. I love it. I love it. The avenues change. What's up, Kennard? Thanks for joining us, bro. Okay, Pat. Thanks, Pat, for clarifying. The avenue changes. The avenue changes if I have a concrete vision or goal of what it is that I want to accomplish. That's why I don't say, hey, I want to plan for being this job. No, I want to acquire this set of skills because that job can change. The business, look how much Tesla has evolved. Look how much Blockbuster's gone. Look how the movie industry has evolved. If you only set your sights on one thing and not a particular set of skills, you're gonna ultimately shortchange yourself. Man, that's a bread-breaking moment. Back to our definition of goal. The object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. What is it that you want to build? Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment. What is it that you want to build? Oh my God. I mean, that's a Selah moment, because how many moments of your day, of your week do you spend thinking about what I want to build? We spend most of our moments chasing what's happened in the past and putting out fires in the present. And we spend very little time. Of the 168 hours, how much of that 168 hours in 1 week do you spend creating? Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. Not physically creating. I'm saying mentally, spiritually creating. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm talking, I know I'm on this Motivational Monday on a Tuesday, but I'm talking more to me than I am to you. That we have to spend more time, build, baby. Martin Luther King said it, and I know Vinico quoted all the time. They were saying burn, baby, burn. He said, no, build, baby, build. But I want to talk about a different build. How much are you building you? How much are you living and creating your future state versus just living in your past? How often are you being deliberate about your now, saying, if I take care of my now? What's up, Edwin, bro? Thanks for joining us. If I take care of my now and I'm growing and developing, I'm consciously engaged in my now, I begin to ultimately create for my future. Oh, so many people have no control over their own life. Hey, Felinda, so many people have no control over their own life, and they want to blame everybody but themselves. And God has already told you that you are made in my image and my likeness. You are a creator. When he looked, oh my God, I'm going to say this. I am going to say this. I know I came for your humanity tonight, but I am going to say this. When he looked out at an empty earth and said, let there be light, and that was the second time he had created light. The first time he created light was in him. When we hear it projected, that light was already created in him, and it radiated to the outside. Let there be light, bam. And then there was light. We read it as a story like, oh, okay, like he flipped the light switch. We don't know how much time went in between when he said, let there be light, and then there was. We read it all like it happened, like I flipped this light switch on. It ain't no light switches back there, baby. There's no light switches back there. That light, when he spoke it, it was his second time creating it. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. That's a bread-breaking moment right there. When he reached down to the dust and created us, that was his second time creating it. When you see the house on the corner or the hotel that I'm in right now, this is the physical location, but this hotel was created on a blueprint before, or really in somebody's mind that translated it to a blueprint that now is a monument. It was already created. And most people want to have it on the outside without creating it on the inside first. Oh, that's a bread-breaking moment. That's a bread-breaking moment. What do you want to build? I love. Let me change that. Martin Luther King says it like this: what is your life's blueprint? Blueprint. What is your life's blueprint? That's how he says it. Are you consciously creating? Are you consciously using thought to build your life's blueprint? Or am I just floating day by day, looking and hoping and praying that something changes without me changing? Oh, y'all, that's a bread breaking moment. Nothing changes until I change. I'm gonna say that. Look, I'm going back to Lochapoka, Alabama. I'm gonna say that again. Nothing changes. Come on, Felinda, until I change. My reality is not real. Oh my God, can I break bread? Your reality, just as I said, the earth, let there be light, the earth was created twice. The reality that you live in presently was created, but it was created the second time. The first time your reality was created on the inside of you. And secondly, is what you see externally. That's a bread breaking moment. If you show me somebody who got a cluttered house, I can show you somebody with a cluttered mind. Why? Because that cluttered space is a reflection of the clutter that's going on in their mind. You show me somebody that's OCD, and I'll show you somebody that has a clean house with no dust nowhere anywhere, because they first created it in their mind, which makes them OCD. And then secondly, it's acted out in their environment. It's been created twice. Where you sit today was created twice. It was created first on the inside of you. That's why it's so important that you don't anchor your life in your past, because you learn to create those same past experiences over and over again. Hence, generational curses are past experiences that have been passed from generation to generation to generation by the people that lived before the generation here now. That's called generational curses, which is just anchored in past experiences. Well, I think it's genetic. Really? Really? Poverty cannot be genetic. Poverty cannot be genetic. Debt, lack, unbelief cannot be genetic. It's experiences that's been passed from one generation to the next. But nobody wants to take, hey, Brandon, thanks for joining us. But nobody wants to take responsibility for our past behaviors. I'm breaking bread right now. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the generational curses that have been passed down from generation to generation. At some point, somebody has to say, I'm going to take these past thoughts and create new future behaviors. My dad was not in my life. My dad didn't know who his dad was. That's a generational curse. And it's been perpetuating through my lineage. And since I don't know I've only met my dad's dad one time, I'm betting that my dad's dad didn't have his dad in his life. I don't know that for a fact because I don't know him. I'm just these generational, I love it, conversations that's been passed down, emotion feelings that have been passed down for generation to generation. But at some point, somebody has to create a new thought, a new future state of what we want. Goal set, in the world they call it goal setting. I'm calling it create a new future state of what it is I want. And so my two boys, daddy is with them every day, as often as he can be, sowing these seeds of the great I am that awakens their I am. Why? Because somebody had to create a new future state for Williams men. That's a bread breaking moment, because we sit back and say what we lack and what we don't have because of what came before us, and you possess the power to influence your future to change what it is that you don't like about your past or future behaviors. I'm breaking bread right now. Hey, I don't know, last 2 weeks, I'm gonna go on record to say these are two of my best motivational Mondays ever. I'm going on record to say that these last two motivational Mondays are my greatest yet. Thoughts become things. Come on, say that again. Say, I do daily motivational feeds, but when my children started motivating and speaking life to others, made me realize not only was I having an effect on people, it was being embedded in my children, inspiring generations, even when I am gone. Come on, man. The message lives on. Come on, Pat. See, these are the things. See, I know carnal people only seek success in money, only seek success in titles. They only seek success in things. Like what Pat just said, I'm creating something that's going to outlive my name. I've never seen anybody hook a U-Haul and put it in the ground behind them. I've never seen me and one of my homeboys in the gym. We was talking about that the other day. I've never seen somebody say, bury my money with me, or bury my house with me, or bury my car with me. I love the fact that if I can articulate what it is that I was sent here to do, then I can do it. I can do it. Like, I'm gonna give you another example. Like, I do these motivational Mondays. I come on bread breaking moments, and I do it at no cost. I do it. I'm not looking for, and maybe this is to my own detriment. I'm not I'm not looking for likes. I'm not looking for comments. I'm not looking for eyes. I'm not looking for all these other things, external things to validate what I'm doing internally. Now, maybe I should be having more campaign, follow me, like this, whatever it is. Maybe I should have more of those things going on. I'm not saying it's right or I'm not saying it's wrong, but you better believe that my intent, that the validation I'm not looking for, doesn't come from the east or the west. It doesn't come there. I'm creating a future state for some other people listening to me. And as I sow into your future state, guess what's obligated to happen to my future state? Oh, that's a bread breaking moment right there. As I sow, whatsoever I sow, I will reap. If I'm sowing into your future state, then I'm also sowing into my future state. Listen, I've seen so much growth. I've seen so much growth in my own life since 2016, since I started doing these things. I've seen so much explosive growth in my life, and in my mind, I'm sowing to you all. But at the same time, like, as I give, good measure is being given back to me. Oh my God, that's a bread breaking moment. Some of us are waiting until we think we have it all together. And I'm saying you're never going to have it all together. Start doing some of what you've been put here to do right now. Go ahead and, start with your Facebook messages, Pat. I love it. Start with the nursing staff you're with now. Start wherever you are right now. Start working your vision in some manner right now. Start working, start becoming who you are. See, I think the world, I'm gonna say this. I know I sound like I be fussing. I think the world has just given us a bad set of goods. I think that we've become so accustomed to watching and listening to people live out their humanity that we no longer know how to include our deity in our decision making. That we sit here and we believe that I gotta have it all together. And I've even heard people say that sometimes you gotta have it all together to get to church. But I think completely different. I think it's the broken fragments that the great I am chooses you. It's the people that know I don't have it all together. It's who the great I am chooses to awaken that I am. It's the people that says, man, am I really called? Can I really be called to this vision? I don't think it's the person that walk out there and think they got it all together day one, and that there's no process to get it that the great I am uses to have massive results. I think it's the person that's a little afraid that goes afraid and saying, man, I don't know if I'm the right person. I'm trembling, but I'm trusting. It's that person that the great I am uses in order to create massive change in this world. It's a bread breaking moment right there. That's a bread breaking moment. I don't want to be like my father. I want to be better. We got to start creating different thoughts. Man, I'm so far off my notes, and I'm almost 40 minutes in. I think I'm on the third line of my notes, y'all. Let's figure out how we going to get through some of this. I said I wanted to come for your humanity tonight, and I've been talking a whole lot, and I haven't gotten to anything a lot of the specific steps that relate to your humanity. But in creating this future state of who you are, how do you track your trending? How do you know if I'm becoming the future state of who I am? How do I know that I'm progressing? I think, like, in part, and I would say in my corporate world, part of what they do very, very well as it relates to progress, they have weekly check-ins. There's a cadence of accountability to the numbers that we have to produce. Like every week, there's a call that talk about what did we produce, and we call those milestones. Like I should have X by the first month of the 3-month quarter. I should have X, and I'm not saying that our tracking our progress has to be this rigid. I'm just using this as an example how in the corporate world how we use milestones. And I do think like using milestones gives us some idea as to are my behaviors improving, and is my progress tracking. I think we go so long sometimes with a set of behaviors, and when we don't see the results, we begin to believe that my vision must have been off. It may just mean that you need to adjust your sail just a little bit. It might mean that I might need to adjust my target just a little. Maybe my goal setting was off just a little bit. And I got to go back and visit my milestones to see, okay, if I tweak this just a little bit. Or it could be like I tried to do not Atkins, what is it called? Keto. I tried to do keto a little while ago. And the thing, as I was tracking, I was doing it with a friend. My friend was losing weight left and right. And I would get on the scale, I'll be 2-3 pounds down. And when we hit our milestone, our weigh-in, after the first month, he had lost almost twice as much weight that I've lost. And we were doing something similar. And when we got to that milestone and I saw how he was tracking and how I was tracking, I went back and revisited my diet, and I saw that I was eating too much fruit. And my body was never really getting to ketosis. And so I was eating too much fruit. And so I had to go back and readjust. And I think even in our life's vision and our life goals and our future state of who we are, we still have to set milestones so we can go back and adjust. And it doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It just means that there's no set way to do this, and it's trial and error. Like people get frustrated. There's no such thing as failure. It's okay to miss the mark. There's no blueprint. I'm gonna say this. And some people gonna get mad, and some people might not agree. I'm gonna say this: there is no previous blueprint to your life. Your life is all trial and error for you to become the highest version of who you are. Don't judge yourself because your blueprint doesn't look like somebody else's, or you might have zigged when they zagged and it didn't work in your favor. It doesn't matter because there is no blueprint to your life. That's why awaken your I am. Allow the great I am to awaken your I am. There's no blueprint. Give yourself grace because there's nobody else that's in this earth that's lived the way you live and trying to do what you do through the lens that you're doing it. So give yourself grace for not making the mark all the time, but press toward the mark of the high call. Keep pressing, but give yourself grace for not making it. Oh, I messed up. So what? So what you messed up? Guess what? We all do. There's no such thing. The only way failure becomes final is when we quit. But I'm telling you, God has given us grace because we are the first person to live this life from this lens in the vision of what he's given us to do in this dirt suit. So give yourself grace. We look to the future. We look to the past because success leaves clues, and we try to pick up some of those clues. But those clues work for LeBron. Those clues work for Kobe. Those clues work for TD or ET. Those clues can help guide me in the right direction. But ultimately, my path is going to be different because my set of circumstances and my DNA is completely different. So there are going to be some mistakes. There are going to be I'm going to miss the mark. You're going to miss the mark, but we got to keep pressing. We have to keep pressing. How are you tracking? And then thirdly, how do we set smart goals? And this is an exercise we do on our corporate side when we have new people coming in. We talk to them about setting smart goals. Smart goals, the S is specific, M measurable, A actionable, R relatable, T time bound, E I say smarter, E how do we evaluate, and lastly how do we reward? And that's something I might have to go into a little bit more on the next Motivational Monday. But my question to us is, what value what value can I add right now? Look around at your current state. Oh my God, I love talking in current state and future state. Look around in your current state and say, what am I a solution to? Like, a lot of people can point out problems, but how many people can point out the solution? And then as I begin to point out solutions, can I clearly articulate what problem I solve? Because if I can clearly articulate the problem, then it makes it easier to clearly articulate the solution. That's bread breaking right there. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, I'm a people leader in a Fortune 100 company. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is good for corporate, yes, but this stuff is good for your personal life as well. And I think that's the advantage of having this conversation with the motivational teacher. I'm starting to see how all of this stuff connects from our humanity to our deity. And I'm starting to understand more so about a lot of the barriers and a lot of the systems that we have in place can hinder us, or they can help us if we're adjusting them as we move. But that requires that I have to incorporate thought every day. There's nobody, here's the reality. I tell this to my boys. There's nobody thinking for you. There's nobody thinking for you. If somebody's thinking for you, I can guarantee you they're getting paid more than you. I can guarantee you their value reaches more people if they're thinking for you. The moment you learn how to incorporate thought around your own life, as a man thinketh, so is he. The moment you begin to incorporate more thought and start working more on you than you do working in a job, the moment you start doing that, you unlock exponential potential in your life. I mean, exponential potential in your life. Man, work more on you than you do on the other stuff. Work more. I can't overemphasize that enough, because I know we're talking about what's your goal. We're talking about your future state. If I work more on me in the present than I do on things, if I give more attention, oh my God, this is a bread breaking moment. If I give more attention to the awakening of my children's I am than I am into how they look and how they dress going to school, and to make sure that they don't need Gucci. They don't need Gucci to validate their value. You don't need Prada. You don't need Jordans. You don't need all these other things to validate you in front of people. You, baby. Whether you got on pants with holes in them or whether you got on Gucci pants, it got on a green Gucci suit, like Rick Ross say, it doesn't matter, because none of that validates you. And as we begin to build them consciously, man, like I'm telling y'all, like these things are helping me so much. I'm learning so much on this journey, and I welcome anybody that wants to join us on this journey, because I'm telling you, not only this is what I believe. I'm gonna say this: the blessings of the Lord maketh you rich and addeth no sorrow. What do you mean by that, motivational teacher? I believe that the things that we're learning today, and Pat, it sounds like you have older kids, but I still believe that the things that we're learning today, we talked about past state. This is creating a different future state for your children and your children's children. We're creating a different future state for our lineage that we don't even know right now. That's why it's so important that you feed, baby, feed, because you're creating a future state for a lineage you have no knowledge of. I guarantee you, my granddaddy did not know that they were going to have something like this come out of their lineage that's going to change this doggone world. They didn't know. It's not their fault, because if they had known, they would have stayed around just a little while longer. If they had known, they would have made sure, man, I want to know who that joker is. And like this for me, I'm not only creating a future state for Anthony D. Williams. My mom is on here. I'm going to say this. I'm creating a new future state for Margarita Williams' father. Pat said all her kids are over 30. She's not on here just for her now, but she's created with this knowledge and information and implementation and activation of this knowledge. She's created a new future state for her children that she may not be around to see, but the information activation still lives on in the ones to come. It's bread breaking, y'all. I'm creating a new future state for all that come behind me. And he that has an ear, let them hear what I'm saying. That's why that's why what the song said. That's why I have to stir up the gift. I have to stir up the gift so I can create this new future state. What's your goal? And people that says goal setting is negative have no idea about what they're missing. We are creating new future states of what we will be, of what we can be. And in order for me to create this version of who I am, I need the great I am to awaken my I am. There has to be some collision between my humanity and my deity. There has to be some collision between what I believe and what I do. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Faith without works are dead being alone. There has to be some collision between what I believe, what I know, and what I do. That's how I create a new, just knowledge in my mind does not create a new future state. Oh my God, that's bread breaking. Knowledge alone in my mind does not create a new future state. It's applied knowledge creates a new future state. It's me saying that I am a director of nursing, or I'm going to impact nursing on a large level. And it's me going back. I got my ASN, I got my RN, and soon I have my BSN. I'm loading. I'm that conscious. I'm that deliberate. Come on, Coach T. I'm that deliberate in my thinking that every time I log on here, I see oh my God, I see my future state. I see my future state every time I log on. I see my future state. And when you go get that BSN, it's going to be like, man, I feel like I've always had this BSN. Why do I feel like it? Because you pour your future state into your present. Oh my God, I'm breaking bread right now. I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I'm on a boy. God dog it. That's some good stuff right there. That's some stuff you got to just let marinate. You got to just sit there and chew on that a while. You can't, I'm telling you right now what I know. You can't comprehend all of this in one live sitting of this Motivational Monday on a Tuesday. You can't comprehend it. It's as crazy as what I just said, this Motivational Monday on a Tuesday. What I just said in real time, the last 5 minutes, you cannot comprehend by listening to it once. Because everything that I said, everything that you know today will fight that future state of who you are. Come on, man. Everything that you've known in your past will show up in your emotions to fight what I just said, because oh my God, your body, your body is just a record of the past. Oh my God, I got to get off this thing. Come on, Vanico, got chills just hearing that. I'm telling you, like, look, I'm gonna challenge y'all, man. Like, listen, man, we loading on here. I need to change. I might change it from Motivational Monday to loading time, because I think like we're loading right now. Like there's a person that's evolving from within us that we've never seen before. It's the future state of who I am. There's a person on the inside of me that one day could possibly change the way nursing has been done forever. They could possibly change one day that the lives of the people to come will not see the anguish of the lives of the people that's passed because of this bread breaking moment. That if one person hears this information that I'm dropping and they take it and run it down their lineage for years and years to come, that they could change. I'm telling you, there's a future state, there's a version of you that can accomplish all those things that you've written on your paper. You've written the vision. You've made it plain. There's a version of you that can accomplish all of that. I'm telling y'all, man. I know what science says. I know the psychology of thinking says, and I somewhat agree, is that we are what we repeatedly do. So excellent is not a sometime thing, it's a habit. Aristotle said that. I completely agree. We are what we repeatedly do. In order to change what Aristotle says is that we have to have life hacks. Have you ever noticed that a person, let's say Elon Musk, just for lack of a better person, let's say somebody like Elon Musk. Elon Musk can do Tesla, build it from the ground up with $0 and blow it up. Then he can go right on over to SpaceX and do the same thing, start it with nothing and build that vision up, taking regular people to the moon and soon to Mars. Have you ever thought of how the same people are able to create these visions of grandeur and redo it over and over and over again? How motivational, teacher? Because they've learned how to create their future state, whether positive or negative. They create their future state. And that's the challenge. Like, nobody ever gave this information to me. Nobody ever told me about this stuff growing up. And I get it. A lot of us didn't have this information. A lot of us are third, fourth generation from parents who were slaves or who didn't finish high school. I get it. We didn't have access to this level of information. But my question is to you, and as I exit this Motivational Monday, my question is, how are you going to use this information to be different? How are you going to input this information into your current state to make your future state predictable to you? Oh my God, this is good stuff, y'all. This is good stuff, man. I'm gonna let it go right there. Usually I have a little ending, but I really don't have a great ending tonight, other than the fact that I really want you to think about who I am today and what's my future state. What is it? What do I solve? Why am I here? We say, what's your goal, but what's my future state? And what area have I been given to? What fire do I feel shut up in my bones? What will I do for free? I'm leaving you. John Maxwell wrote a book that Good Leaders Ask Great Questions. And I'm leaving you with a set of questions that I need for you to ponder in order to come to the version of who I need to become to attract my future state. Because if I keep living, I am going to attract a future state. I started out in the middle saying that right now where I sit has been created twice. It was created on me on the inside, and then now it's been executed on the outside. This whole future state has been created twice. Question: what are you going to do differently to create a higher version of who you are in the future? Ladies and gentlemen, this whole segment was great. Thank you, Vaniqua. I appreciate that. I appreciate you all chiming into this conversation. Tonight was one of those conversations that I think was pretty challenging. I think it's one of those conversations where I put the ball back in your court to become what you choose to be. The great I am is always awakening your I am to a better version of who you are, but the ball is always in your court. He can't do more in your life than what you're willing to do in your own life. Don't ever think somebody gonna sacrifice more for your goals and your vision than what you are. So the ball is in your court. Thank y'all for chiming on another edition of Motivational Monday on a Tuesday. And if y'all find these valuables, please share these out to all your social media outlets and let your friends know to listen, to join, to get this bread breaking, man. I'm telling you, it is completely life changing, because not only is it changing my life, it's changing the lives of people in my lineage. And for you all, I am grateful for having these moments and these opportunities to spend this time with you. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war.